What's up guys, it's Chief here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do the 10-20-30 trading method, which is one of the best special card trading methods on FIFA 23. But before we jump into that, I'm going to show you the easiest way for you to get some coins. If you guys are looking for the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market, make sure to head over to utnice.com and use code CHIEF for 5% off at checkout. Now let's get right into this video. Alright boys, so diving into this method, again, the 10-20-30 method is a special card trading method, so I typically recommend that people have at least 100,000 coins. The more coins you have, the easier it is to make coins with this method. So it's really simple to set up here. All you're going to do is you're going to set your quality here to special, and then for your prices down here, you're going to set your minimum bid price to 10,000, your maximum bid price to 20,000, and your minimum buy now to 30,000. So now, how exactly do we do this method? Again, it's one of the easiest methods on the game, which is why it's one of my favorite trading methods, especially for beginners trying to make some easy coins. So, after you have your filter set up and you're searching for cards, what you're going to do is you're basically going to look for any card that already has a bid on it. And the reason for this is if a card already has a bid on it, that means that it likely goes for more than the value it's listed for at the moment. Because if somebody's bidding on it, they think they're getting a deal on it. So what we're going to do, let's take this Nabry, for example. He has an 18,000 coin bid on him. So what I'm going to do is then I'm going to jump over to Footbin here, and I'm going to search up this Nabry card and look for his price. Now, when we search him up, I'll see here, he goes, it says 18.5K, 19.75K here. What I always tell people is you always want to look at the market sales history as well, this little button down here, because what that does is it'll show you what this card has been selling for. So he sold for 19,250, 20K. It looks like I can sell this card for 20,000 coins if I want. So what do we do with that information now? We see this Nabry. We know what we can sell them for. We decided that was 20K. Now, my typical rule of thumb for people is you want to try to pick cards up for 10% under what you can sell them for. So if I can sell this Nabry card for 20,000 coins, I want to pick him up for 10% under 20,000, which is going to be 18K. So you can see the price there is 18,250. So that's a little more expensive than I'd like to get him. Now, that 10% isn't really like a hard rule. You don't always have to follow it, which we'll get into in a second, but it's just kind of a general rule of thumb I know a lot of people follow. So we'll do it again with another card here. This Kim Min Jae card, I see that he has a bid on him. I'll go ahead and jump over to Footbin here and look this card up. His team of the season card goes for, says about 22K. I can easily sell this card for 22,500. So if we don't want to follow the 10% rule and we just want to try to make, say, like 1,000 coins a card is typically what I try to do, make a minimum of 1,000. So what I want to do is see how much I'll lose on tax if I sell him at 22,500. So 22,500, we multiply by 0.95. If I sell him for 22,500, I'll get 21,375 coins. So I would like to try to pick this guy up for, let's say, like 20,250 or less is my typical price. I want to make at least 1,000 coins a card here. And again, it's a bit too expensive there. So you can kind of see this method. Basically, you're just going to go from special card to special card looking for deals on bid. Now, I want to show you a couple cards I picked up just before the video, just to give you some examples of cards. So first off here, we have a Team of the Season Otamendi card I picked up for 27,000 coins on bid here. So why exactly did I pick this card up for 27,000? Let's go ahead and jump over to Footbin. So this Otamendi card, you can see Footbin says he's about 29K, 29,250. And if I go to his recent sales history, you can see there's a bunch of cards that sold for about 30,000 coins here. So I realized I can sell him for 30K. 10% under that is 27K. So I picked him up for the 10% rule. So we're going to make some nice profit here. And if you just look at the profit after tax, we're going to make 1,500 coins off of this Otamendi card. Now, it doesn't seem like a ton, but again, one of the biggest issues I see with this method for people who say it doesn't work is that people try to make too many coins per card. They're trying to make 5,000, 6,000 coins on every single card. You need to be willing to take those 1K, 2K profits and just do it over and over and over and just make a ton of coins like that. Now, our second card here is going to be this David De Gea team of the season we picked up for 27,250. We jump over to Footbin here. De Gea here, 29,000, 30,000 coins here. And if we look at his recent sales history, we could easily sell this card for like 30.5K. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like 30.5K we could definitely sell this card for. And that leads me into kind of another issue I see with a lot of people is they will always try to list cards for cheaper than they need to. They'll try to list cards so those cards will be like the next card to sell. They try to have the cheapest card on the market. You don't need to do that. List these cards up. You can even add more coins than I am to the prices here. You can sell these for even more. You can see this Otamendi, I probably underlisted him. I could have listed him for 31K and he still would have sold within the next hour. So be willing to take smaller profits when you're bidding on cards and be willing to list the cards for even more when you're selling them. I think those are the two biggest issues I find when I see people that are saying they're kind of struggling with this method. They're not picking enough cards up. They're not making very many coins. It's because they're not willing to take small profits and they're listing cards for way too cheap. So next up, we'll kind of get into kind of how to make this method the most efficient possible, because I know a lot of people think this method, it's so difficult to go between your transfer list, your transfer targets, the transfer market, everything like that. So how exactly do you do this method to make the most coins possible? So what you're going to do is you're going to sit here and first of all, you're obviously going to find your first couple cards you're going to bid on. So I go through and I find this João Mario card. I would imagine this guy goes for more than 14,250. But I'm quickly going to look him up. I see this João Mario goes for like 34K. So I'll throw a bid on him. Looks like somebody already jacked that bid up. So we're going to go ahead, move on to our next card. I'm just going to take some examples that I think go for more. So we'll take this Todibo card. He definitely goes for more than this. So add him to the transfer targets, place a bid on him. And we want to try to bid on as many cards as possible, obviously, so we can win as many cards as possible. I know, crazy concept. So that's all we're going to do is we're going to find our cards here. And I typically ignore like team of the weeks and man of the matches and cards that really don't have all that much demand. And I really kind of try to look for those higher level cards and cards that I know the prices, because the more you do this, the less prices you'll have to look up because you know a lot of these. So once you start adding a bunch of these cards, bidding on these, and you don't want them to expire, obviously, because you want to win these cards, all you're going to have to do to make this method super, super efficient is while you're scrolling through here, anytime you want to check the cards that you've already bid on, all you're going to do is hit triangle on PlayStation or Y on Xbox, and it's going to take you right to your transfer targets here. So you can quickly look at the cards you've bid on, place more bids, anything like that. So it kind of saves you a lot of time in kind of backing out of the transfer market, going to your transfer targets, things like that. So that's kind of where I see a lot of people wasting time on this method, is little things like that. And then whenever you're done bidding on these cards, you can go ahead and literally just hit circle on PlayStation or B on Xbox, and it takes you right back to where you were on all these cards on the market. So it's very, very simple to move between the cards you've bid on and the cards you're looking to bid on the market. So that is a massive, massive key here in terms of just like saving time and winning as many cards as possible, basically. So you just keep finding cards to bid on, keep moving between your transfer targets and the market, and winning as many cards as possible here. And again, like I said, the more you kind of do this method along with like a lot of other methods, special card trading, especially like icon trading and things like that, the more you do this, the easier it's going to get, because you're just going to know prices. Like, for example, I know Kim and Jay goes for like 22K. I know Chesney goes for like 41K. So the more you do it, you're going to just remember these prices, and you're going to save so much more time. You're going to win so many more cards, because a lot of people are going to have to waste time looking up the price of these cards when you already know them. So that's definitely a big key when it comes to this stuff. And it's very difficult at the beginning, which is why a lot of people kind of turn their nose at these kind of things, because it's tough to kind of get used to how much should I sell these cards for, how much should I buy them for, things like that. But once you get used to it, these are some of the best methods in the game. But guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.